have to get this stuff into Civil 3D and Revit or whatever, whatever Autodesk tools. So we not only produce the Autodesk file formats, but this little icon right here, if your customers are BIM 360 users,
Okay.
all of this data can be pushed and pulled between SiteScan. So if I wanted to push a point cloud out to whatever, a BIM 360, right? Maybe I want to view it, or maybe I want to use it for coordination, clash detection. I can push that directly from SiteScan into that, and vice versa. If I have someone out who is doing document, makes a red line, finds an issue.
Yeah. How does that work? Can you show me an example? Because most of the people that I work with use Revit, Navisworks, and Civil 3D. So I'd like to see how you can directly push an RCS file out of SiteScan into that type of software.
Let me show you a full workflow then.
Cool.
It took us a while. Let's just be real.
Oh, I can imagine.
It took Autodesk a long time to build the API.
Yeah.
And then it took our engineers a long time to be able to push and pull big data files.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But this is how it works. So you'll see him connect. He connects to BIM 360. So what this does is it opens up your BIM 360 account, and you can then you're going to go in.
So it only works. So it only works with BIM 360. Then it doesn't output it in a package that can go into Navisworks or Revit.
It does. So BIM 360 is the background of all of it, right? So
okay.
This is where my expertise actually does come in. So on the back end of whatever product you're using, whether it be Civil 3D, Revit, whatever, Navisworks, doesn't matter. There's a BIM 360 account associated with that authoring tool.
Gotcha. Okay.
So let's say I'm creating something in Navisworks and I save it. When I save that file, it's saving to my hard drive, but on the back end, it's saving to BIM 360. And it might be BIM 360 Team, it could be A360, all of that stuff. But long story short, when you sign into your BIM 360 account, you're signing into that repository where you have all of your data from all of your other tools, right? All of your drawings, all of your stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
I just don't know. I don't know if these companies use BIM 360. I mean, I've never heard of any of my contacts or clients say that they have BIM 360. It's always, we work remotely on a site in a tractor trailer container thing, with a computer, a laptop, our design files, and Navisworks.
Yeah. So it's not the biggest product, but it is a good project management software that
Okay.
a lot of clients are using.
Okay.
They may be using one piece of it, right? They might be using one section, one part of the BIM 360 portfolio.
Yeah.
Or they may be using like Procore, Bluebeam, something like that.
Yeah, they do. I've heard those.
Which we're working on.
Okay.
Yeah, we're working with those guys as well. So this is kind of the beginning, right? It's still kind of the wild west, but
yep.
Essentially, what this allows you to do is, let's say I have my design drawings in here, and you can do this in Bluebeam, right? I can bring in any type of data, 2D data, but this is just a very seamless way of doing it, where if I have project managers who are out and they do a markup or a red line or they have an issue,
yep.
You'll see it right here where they geo-reference the data. So you find a corner, right?
Yep.
Find a corner. Right, and then you'll have that overlay sit directly on it. So what happens is, if I'm out in the field and I see an issue, I create an issue that tracks back directly into SiteScan.
Okay.
So the person who's sitting there, BDC manager, construction manager, whatever, supervisor, can actually manage, create, and track issues through our system. So that's just one thing, right? And that's going to keep expanding. This is going to probably have Procore, this will have Bluebeam, this will have a bunch of stuff.
Cool.
Now, just in it, so automatically, right, you're going to have the ortho generated.
Yep.
I go in, I have contouring, right, and I have this in meters, let me change that. Right, so I can go half a foot all the way to 50 feet, any interval. Elevation models, right, you've probably seen all this.
Yep.
Cut, fill, no shape. Now, some of the things you haven't seen are the new measurement tools, probably.
Okay.
So you have your marker tool, linear distance, right? We've been doing that for a while. Area, volume, which has changed a lot, and then counter tool. So if you need to count something, let's say it's parking spots, vents, whatever.
Yep.
You can not only count it, but what you can do is you can associate that with a project. So let's say I'm monitoring PT cables as they're pouring concrete.
Okay.
I can monitor and make sure if let me go to a counter one that I have a counter on. What was that last one? I'll just show you really quickly. All right. So let's say I had I wanted to monitor all of the different. It looks like these are concrete cuts. So like coring right here.
Yep.
So I can associate this right to pin it to a project.
Okay.
So if I were to click on any of these, it'll tell me the exact elevation. If that elevation is changing, or I'm seeing that shift, or whatever, right? That means that we're getting some different structural integrity. So we have that counter tool. Then volumetrics has come quite a bit of a way. Let's see, which I think this is the. I'm just doing some measurements here. Yesterday. So now when we produce a volume, you still have your 3D. I can go in, look at it in 3 dimensions.
Yep.
Right, understand that. I can adjust my base planes, right? I can say, okay, we actually need to cut this down another 5 feet or whatever. But the other part is a true deliverable, right? Which is what a lot of your clients are going to ask for. So what you can do is you can produce a volume report, which shows you change over time. So if you go out and you use our flight, that flight mode refly job.
Yeah.
I press the button, drone goes up, it reflies that job every single time.
Yeah.
So then I can look at change over time, and then you can export this as a CSV file. This goes into all the different estimating softwares, AgTech, whatever. And so estimators can actually run their projects based on the data.
Very cool. Yeah, you guys have come a long way here.
So that's just the 2D stuff. The 3D stuff starts to get pretty crazy as well. So we built a point cloud viewer. So now, just like I was saying earlier, if I had my tablet or cell phone, same functionality. So they built this all in the cloud. I can adjust my point budgets. You can give this, we came up with access licenses. So I can give out passwords. You have unlimited read-onlys. You have the ability to buy full access. So if you're buying for, a client consistently, let's say it's the Department of Transportation or it's some big general contractor, you give them a license, and you can set permissions on what they can see, what projects they can see, and who can see it. You can invite different people, and you can give certain people full access so they can download, upload, do their own overlays, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We'll train them, right? So you buy from us, we'll train them how to do it.
Okay.
So they could be sitting wherever they are, right? I could be on a plane, and I'm sitting here, right? And I can view my point cloud in 3D. I can do things like if I needed to get a profile of the area.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, that's cool.
I can do that. I can take a cross section.
That's,
right? And
that's
actually
cool.
Look at what the slope is, my grading, all of that stuff, anywhere I go in the world, right? If you're talking to people who are doing mining, you're doing earthworks, I mean, a lot of them are, especially the ones that are really making money,
yep.
they're traveling from site to site. So one of the things that our customers, right, have asked is we need to make sure that we can do whatever we want to do from the comfort of a plane.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So it's low weight, it's dynamic processing, and it's really fast. We're processing right now at about 350 photos an hour.
Wow. 350 photos an hour?
Yep.
Huh. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Because I mean, I can run. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, when I push up to the cloud, from the time I push to the cloud and all my photos get up there, from that point, 350 photos to produce all of your data products. All of your data products will come out at about that rate.
In an hour.
In an hour.
Okay.
So let's say I'm doing, a 2,000 photos or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You're looking at like 4 hours or something, right?
Okay.
But all of your data products are going to be produced in that 4 hours.
Do you have a photo limit?
Nope. We got rid of that.
Wow.
So it used to be 500. Now there's unlimited photo limit, and you have the ability to look at, we have multi-ortho views and point clouds. We've essentially built it so that you can view any amount of data.
Cool.
So automatically, right, you're getting your contours, your DM, your ortho, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Point clouds, meshes, and so on.
Hey, so you got an ortho there, right?
But,
okay, can you do me a favor? Can you zoom in to the building edges of that, right under your mouse, right there? Okay, so here's a question.
Yeah.
You guys are doing You guys are doing everything with Pix4D, right? That's your background processing.
Not necessarily. It's a dual cloud processing engine.
Okay.
So we use a combination of Pix4D and Recap.
And Recap. Okay. So
Modified Recap.
Okay. So if the client wanted a really clear, really good looking orthomosaic, how do I go in and edit the edges of that building? Because you know how things get a little fuzzy and wavy on the edges of things.
You fly with Perimeter Scan. Perimeter Scan doesn't really get that edgy, wavy kind of melted wax look.
Okay, well,
because it's doing multiple layers.
Okay, right there though. Yeah, you see that right there?
Yep.
I'm being picky.
Right here?
Yeah, I'm normally I would let that go, but I'm being picky. What happens if I give you guys data and I get something that looks worse than that? How do I go in there and edit the mosaic to fix that?
So what we would do.
Let's see that. Look down. Look down at your mouse, your little hand there, in the lower right corner there. You'll see a line that's got yeah. So imagine if that was a PT cable, and I wanted to go in and edit that so it's just a straight cable, a straight line. How do I do that in SiteScan?
We wouldn't. Yeah, what you would do is you fly differently. To be quite honest, this is this is a data set built for 3D modeling, not so much like an ortho. If I was going to do an ortho, let me show you what a crisp ortho looks like.
Sure, and honestly, Nicholas, I've been doing this for a long time. Like I've I don't know if you remember my background, but I've got a decade of experience in photogrammetry, and I will be completely honest with you. One of the things I like about your system is you guys are way crazy advanced when it comes to a client portal and integration with Autodesk, and I really like that. But one of my concerns is the ability to go in and edit a point cloud. Like I can't share my screen with you right now, obviously, but or maybe I can, I don't know. But I just flew to give you an example, I just flew a pier, like an actual dock out on a Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
For a company called the Columbia Bar Pilots. They basically guide big container vessels up the Columbia River Gorge. And I flew this site. We put ground control out. Everything is accurate. Like the Pix4D quality report was like 1/4 inch accuracy. It was awesome. But there was a shit ton of noise, like point cloud noise, around the water and in between the wooden struts of the pier. And I had to take 3 days going in with Pix4D and editing out all that noise. And when you make a mosaic of that, it gets fuzzy edges of the buildings and stuff. And I had to go in and use Mosaic Editor to choose the nadir shots for the edges of the buildings to make sure that they all look good.
Yeah.
So my question is, how am I able to edit a point cloud, clean a point cloud up, and fix the mosaic if it comes out wrong? With SiteScan. With Pix4D, I have a desktop application where I can do it. So that's one of my big concerns with this.
So, no, and that's a big concern with a lot of people, right? Other than our team teaching you, right? Which that's I mean, the good thing about us is we're still the oldest drone company, right? So, we have this team.
Yep.
When you buy into us, we have that customer success team. They're going to train you and all that. But to really answer your question, John, we're on March 14th. We're going to be launching. It may be a little bit after that.
Okay.
But you will have the ability to manipulate point clouds. And in SiteScan, we're also working on point cloud classification.
Okay.
So that is slotted for like April-ish timeframe.
Okay.
So what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to classify your point clouds and create a DTM directly out of SiteScan.
Cool.
So right now we're working with Esri, Autodesk, Dassault, and some other people to make sure that what we're classifying is, it takes millions of photos, a lot of data to be able to make sure that it does the right thing.
Yep.
But the same way that Pix4D, you can do it in Pix4D, you'll be able to do that in SiteScan and produce that data product in all your Autodesk formats. So when I I create a bare Earth model, it'll come out as a DXF file.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So so working on it, but it's not out quite yet.
Okay, so I have another question. If I decided to keep, because it sounds like there isn't a solution right now to my questions about point cloud editing and mosaic and fixing a mosaic editing. So it sounds like I would need to keep Pix4D to be able to do that. Is there ability with SiteScan for me to run a project through Pix4D and then upload the data files to SiteScan for client access?
So I'm gonna kind of flip it the opposite way.
Okay.
You don't necessarily need Pix4D. What you would need is Recap. So the good thing about us too is like when you buy in a SiteScan, right? We're connected with Autodesk. So all of Autodesk's technical team, all of Autodesk, specialists, right? The guys who build the products, they're on our team. So we would work with you on your workflow. But essentially what you would do is you could bring it into Recap, edit the point cloud, right? And we're producing the file format that's directly, that, you know, there's no conversion. So, and you can open it all up from Recap, because on the back end, when we process this data, it's going into your A360 account. So you don't even necessarily need to come into SiteScan. You can just open it up, and then you would edit it there.
Wait, edit it where?
In Recap.
So I have Recap.
All that stuff.
I have Recap, and my workflow, Nicholas, my workflow now, Recap doesn't really have good editing tools. Recap is a very limited function software from what I can see. So what I do is I edit it with the point cloud editing tool in Pix4D, and then when I get the point cloud to a point where I like it, like this dock that I just flew, this pier, I then export it to I export the last file to Recap, and I run the last file through Recap and convert it to an RCS file. And then that RCS file is what I can use in InfraWorks, in Navisworks, in Civil 3D, whatever. So if I continue that workflow, would I be able to upload the RCS file into 3DR SiteScan?
Yes. So right now, no. But your workflow is going to change once we have our point cloud editing tool.
Okay.
Because you won't have to go into Pix4D. You won't need Pix4D, and that's why Pix4D and us are partnered. Is Pix4D needed a partner who could build functionality in a web-based form, right?
Yeah.
And then customize it to a certain industry.
Yep.
So SiteScan is really Pix4D, but built for AEC, E&I, EPC. So it's, you know, when we have that tool, you'll be able to go in, you know, adjust, clean up your point cloud, export right into RCS, right into Civil 3D.
Okay.
It's just that's slotted. I think, like, honestly, that's slotted for like April. I think it's like mid-April.
Okay.
Is when that's going to come out. So it's not very far away.
Okay.
Let's see. A couple of other things that have changed. So we have that. So you can bring in all of your different data products. We have a bunch of different flight modes. Flight modes have changed. So you have video, right? You have the ability to just go out, capture video. So like perimeter scan, remember that?
Yep.
It does the multiple layer scanning.
Cool.
So now you can do a video perimeter scan. You can do a single orbital perimeter scan where it actually adjusts the aperture of the camera to make sure that you're capturing the facade of the building of whatever height that building is.
Okay.
You can use your ortho, your GCPs, and all of that in the and your CAD files in the planning of missions.
Okay.
So if I'm like, oh, okay, well, I set these ground control points, I just simply upload them. Oh, I haven't even shown you this. So ground control points have come a long way, and I would give you a little bit of privy information here.
Okay.
You promise not to tell everybody, but we're going to launch with Trimble in a couple days.
Okay.
And what this will allow you to do, so now, let's say I go out, I shoot my ground control points, right? I take a CSV file, I drag and drop it. We can put it in over 5,000 different coordinate systems, and you can create custom coordinate systems. We're the only company in the world that can do this, by the way.
Okay.
Now, when I go in to tag my GCPs, and I'm getting to the Trimble thing in a second here, you'll notice that when I click on a ground control point, all the photos that ground control point are in is going to turn blue.
Huh.
You're using computer vision to be able to find, right, and you'll see it. When I click into this, it's giving me my estimated GCP location.
That's just it's just like Pix4D.
Yep. But cool. This is what's going to change. Trimble has a product called Catalyst. Catalyst is a small little RTK puck. Okay, it's about $350 or something like that. You connect it to your phone. Go out and you shoot your point. Right? You connect your cell phone service and does the correction via cell phone with the RTK system.
Huh.
What this will do for SiteScan is, as I'm out shooting my points, I don't have to come in and set those points. The computer vision is going to, it locates that point and it corrects the data itself. So when I upload the data and process it, it all processes into that coordinate system.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. It doesn't sound like it's going to be as accurate as a Trimble R7 or R8 unit, but
it depends on where you are. There's like the Trimble network. So if you're closer to a base station,
yeah.
But if you're in a high accuracy zone, you're talking about the exact same as taking a total station and shooting a point. I mean, it's very, very
that I question. A total station uses laser sighting to get millimeter level accuracy, and I don't believe that you can put a puck on a phone and get that kind of accuracy.
I'm just gonna pull it up.
Okay.
So there's definitely its limitations, but pretty amazing.
Okay. I'll check. Right? I'll check with my survey partners about this. But that's cool. I like it. That's cool.
Yeah. So it's just and it's gonna get better. I wouldn't say we're getting millimeter. I would say we're getting a centimeter, 1 to 2 centimeters.
That seems more believable. That seems more believable. But
yeah,
trust me, Nicholas. Trust me. Don't tell people when you're promoting it that it's gonna be the same as a base station. that's not gonna happen. I mean, as a total station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
I mean, a total station costs $30,000 for a reason.
You've got to check this Catalyst thing out. But I'm trying to think of anything else that's really changed. Oh, so if we go into admin, so now you can add users, set permissions, scale, remove users, and so on.
Okay.
So if I wanted to go in, add you to a project,
yep.
Right, I can simply do that and just add a member.
Cool.
And so it allows for scalability. And what you can also do, John, is let's say you don't have time to fly today, and you're the admin, but you have one of your guys who's like, "Hey, I can go get it done."
Yeah.
I can go in here and I can actually take my operator license.
Yeah.
And push it to you, so that you can go out and capture data. So the other thing that we're working on, and it'll be around that same time that you'll see that point cloud classification system and all that stuff come up.
Yep.
Is the ability you'll have a full flight management system. So that person flew at this height, at this many batteries, these are the battery numbers, this is the battery levels, this is how many times it's been used. All of that stuff will be in here as well.
Okay.
So you'll be able to do flight templates. So you'll be able to create your flight here in SiteScan, and then set that flight, push that flight to someone else. They go out, capture the data, and it's perfect.
Cool. So what are the next steps? And give me a breakdown on pricing again. You gave me one kind of briefly before, and I saw something about what is it? Success services?
Yeah. So this is your 3 month, right? I'm sure, and then you have your year.
Yeah.
So it's really $8,700 a year. Right?
Okay.
Which is all the processing, all the storage, everything you need. Unlimited storage, unlimited GCPs, unlimited everything.
Yep.
And then on top of that, you have your success services. So you have your customer success manager
Yep.
who will train, who will work with you, who will train you on new features, all of that stuff. Works with you through projects. Works with you, like, let's say you needed to get a file converted into something different, or something weird that, you know, we don't natively do, like
Sure.
an XYZ file or something like that.
Sure.
You can, you know, they can process stuff for you. They can teach you how to work with those data products. You have that loaner replacement vehicle policy, right? So we're partnering with DJI. If anything happens to your drone, we can overnight your systems, make sure that you're working, patch in, do calibration, work through firewalls, work through your customers' firewalls, whatever it has to be, right? So that's what Success Services does, right? They can help with permitting, all that stuff. So,
Okay.
I mean, permits are going to be kind of dead by end of 2018 because of land.
Yeah, that's coming out.
Yeah.
They just announced they're changing that. Like, I think the Northwest gets it in end of May, I think.
Yeah, did you here? I can send this to you. This is the actual date.
Yeah.
All the different airport dates.
Oh, yeah, send that to me. I haven't seen that yet. So what happens? So what happens with this? Those are the major airports. I get that. But what about if I'm flying like we have a construction site near a smaller airport that's Class D, right? And it's definitely not going to be listed in this list here that you have. So that's going to be Class D airspace. Well, go to Northwest and see what airports are there. Or search for Portland, Oregon. Control F. I don't know.
Hold on. Control F. Let's see. Oregon.
Western North.
Here. Western North. Oregon. All right. So let's look at Oregon. You have Eugene, Hillsborough.
Oh wow, so that it is on there. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, it's every airport.
Wow.
It's practically every airport.
That's
May 24th.
Wow.
You only have 2 months.
Yeah, so that's great. Okay, so that's a good question. And you said that you can take local coordinate systems now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. That's good. So what about, so you gave me the year pricing. What about if I do a 3-month demo with you guys? What's that pricing?
It's $2,900.
$2,900. Okay.
So it's, yeah, and what we're going to do in that, right, is we're pretty much going to give you an unlimited account.
Okay.
So in that 3 months, we're going to give you the ability to go out, give as many access licenses, scale, and we'll work with you on getting an ROI.
Okay.
And then we can co-term that price into your year or whatever term you want to go with.
Okay. Yeah, this looks super interesting. I'm definitely interested in this. Most of the people that would use this extensively are clients that BD Aerial's working with. Some of my other clients, most of my other clients are survey partners, and they basically work with Civil 3D, and we have a pretty good workflow out of Pix4D to recap to an RCS file for them to view in Civil 3D and also in OrthoMosaic. So here's my thing is that this doubles the price of what I'm paying now for software, or close to doubles. No, it doubles. So
yeah.
I still need Pix4D to process to clean point clouds and correct mosaics. I mean, there's no way around it because you guys are a cloud programming a cloud processing solution. So until you guys have that capability, I still need Pix4D.
Exactly.
Until you have that capability.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
And the other thing is,
it's going to be about a month.
The other thing is I have an AEC package through Autodesk distributor. So that includes Navisworks, InfraWorks, Revit, Civil 3D, Recap, and a couple other things. And that's like $350 a month. So I'm at $700 or $800 already for software to be able to do the process that I do, and I would then need to buy SiteScan on top of that, so another $1,000 a month. So I need to make sure that I have the income and projects coming in to cover this, and most of that's going to be through BDRL. So I'm going to push this with them, but it's gonna depend a lot on them. I like it.
Yeah. And this is,
Go, go ahead.
sorry. I was just gonna say, if you're really interested, right, and like we need to get to a certain price point, you just let me know, and we'll work on year one.
Okay.
The thing is before I had no autonomy.
Yeah.
I had a boss, and he was very. Let's say he was a stickler. But one of the things we're working on is we want to get a lot of people to share with a lot of different backgrounds.
Okay.
So we'll help you out, but it's got to make sense, right? Like,
yeah.
I want to make sure that it makes sense for your business.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like honestly, this.
I mean, 8,700.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you gonna say?
Well, this like what I'd like to do is I'd like to do the 3-month thing first, but I don't necessarily need I'm not an amateur with photo processing and how to acquire and stuff. I've been doing this for a while. I'm not sure if I need the success services, for a cloud solution. I don't need a loaner vehicle program. I have comprehensive drone insurance policies. Direct line to success engineers. I get that, but mostly I just want to give it a trial, and then maybe if I do find myself with like, I do need more help, or communication between my my clients and understanding the platform and stuff, then I could be like, well, shit, yeah, here's I'll pay you for the success services. But I don't think that I necessarily need that at this point. I'm just trying to get this down into something that is feasible for me to put down this kind of cash for. Because I'm not a big company. I'm not a big construction company. I'm a guy who works out of my spare bedroom on processing stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, right? If the success services part is a big deal,
yeah.
Well, I'll just work on that.
Okay.
I have to include it. It's a part of the package.
Okay.
But I can, discount it out almost, right?
Okay.
Just give you a break for the first 3 months, and we'll work together.
Yeah.
Right? We're gonna work through a bunch of iterations. We're gonna work on a bunch of projects. We're gonna go see what we can get as an ROI. And
yep.
Then at the end of that 3 months, we'll come back to the table and say, okay, how worth it was it? Right?
Yeah.
And did we produce enough features in that are giving your clients enough value?
Yep. So here's something. If my final question here, we have probably 8 to 9 construction sites flown, done, delivered through Pixwork, just our own methods so far. What if I start this trial and run those projects through this and provide links for those clients? Is that a possibility? Like, I already have the data. I haven't acquired it, with your SiteScan thing, but I could at least run those through. Yeah, that might work.
You can. So the other thing, like, I'll give an example. Our big clients,
yeah,
who don't want to bring on any liability into their organization, they use SiteScan as a data management system.
Okay.
Right? And an analyzation tool. They enterprise it. They put it in every office.
Yep.
And then they just upload data from any drone, plane, anything that's geotagged. We can do thermal. We can do all that stuff now.
Yep.
So you just push it in the SiteScan, and then you share it out. And they share it because we have unlimited read-only accounts. We can just create a read-only account, create a password, send it over to them. Your client can go in anytime they want and sit there in 3D on the site.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it, but I definitely would still need. I would definitely still need Pix4D just for some other projects that I do. Like, there's no way that I could have delivered.
100%.
Yeah, there's no way that I could have delivered that dock that I flew, the Pier, the way that it came out of Pix4D. It took a lot of work cleaning that up.
So this is the other thing though, is our flight planning software.
Yeah.
So when people are like, oh, well, I could not, do that this way. Our flight planning software, I mean, it's definitely probably the best. I've seen a lot, right? I've seen drone deploys, I've seen sky catches, but it's so, I mean, we build this from the people who are going out and doing, the big GCs and the owners and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So, and, half of our team is real pilots and real photogrammeters. So the flight planning software is a whole nother piece about the acquisition that makes it, another, I mean, data in, you know this, right? Data in equals data out, right? And so if you're capturing data just using some kind of like orbital and it's kind of used for real estate and used for a bunch of different stuff, it's not going to be the same as if you're using flight planning software that's developed for capturing architecture, and engineering, and construction. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's a whole,
Cool. Well, let me look at what I have on the books coming up and what we have for back programs. You guys only do a 3-month thing, right? A 3-month commitment. You guys wouldn't do like a month commitment, right?
Yeah. We have to keep it in 3 months because it's going to take us,
Yeah.
We want to work with you for a little bit.
Yeah.
Make sure that you get the ROI.
Yep. Gotcha. Okay, well this is all great information. You guys have definitely come a long way. I like it. I'll be discussing this with my survey partners, and I've been taking a bunch of screenshots and stuff too. So I'll be discussing this with my survey partners and with BDRL, and I should be able to get back to you in a little bit on starting this up.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. It looks really fantastic.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. That's huge coming from you.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was hesitant before, when we talked about a year ago, but this is pretty awesome now.